from the residents of Prospect and Bethany first, and I'm also now going to be interspersing people from outside of the community. Mr. Boyle, please, if you wouldn't mind, correct my pronunciation, spell your name, and tell me what you need to tell.
Good evening, Chairman Caruso, members of the Siting Council. My name is Paul DeLillo. That's V as Victor, A-L-L-I-L-L-O. Live at 36 Colonial Drive, Prospect. And I'm in support of petition number 98. When I learned about the wind project back in 2006, I was very excited about it. There was an opportunity for Prospect to accomplish several beneficial goals: increase tax revenue to the town, develop a large site in a way that minimally impacts the environment, and start us on the road to renewable energy with Prospect leading the way. Recent world events have clarified the urgent need for alternative forms of energy. Uprisings in Egypt, Bahrain, Yemen, and now Libya bring into focus the volatile world that we navigate to obtain the fuel for our modern lives. Oil prices spiked sharply yesterday to the highest levels in 2 years, and we will all be feeling the pinch very soon. Meanwhile, we still have our brave servicemen and women in harm's way in the middle of the chaos. I am not an opponent of oil or coal or even nuclear power. Each has its place in our modern energy-dependent economy, but the stark reality is that the instability of world energy sources coupled with finite supply, as well as safety issues of nuclear byproducts, makes it all the more important for us to find alternative sources of energy. Change is surely coming, and we need to start now. You know, there was a time in our country when we rose to the challenges presented to it. From defeating fascism to putting men on the moon, we collectively worked to get the job done. Now it seems we are afraid of everything. We are afraid to innovate and take initiative. We say we support green energy, for example, but then we vehemently oppose projects because they're too close. We all like to turn on our heat when it is cold, and turn on the lights when it is dark, and turn on our televisions when we want to be entertained. Do we take a second thought as to where that energy comes from, or how it is produced, or the sacrifice involved in getting it to our respective homes? The Siting Council now has a unique opportunity to site the first wind project in Connecticut, finally joining the rest of New England. This is an important first step in our country's new energy direction. It is hoped that the Council will carefully consider all sides of the issues presented, and as you state on your website, Mr. Chairman, objectively balance the infrastructure needs of our modern society with the responsibility of protecting our environment. I think you will all come to the conclusion that the town of Prospect and the state of Connecticut needs wind Prospect. Thank you.
Thank you, members of the Siting Council.
You can move that up. Wait a minute. Joe's going to help you. Because if you break it, I got to pay for it.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Jeff George, G-E-O-R-G-E. Live at 22 Spruce Drive here in Prospect. And I'm here tonight because I fully support the proposed Wind Prospect project. I learned about it a few months back. I was very excited to hear about it. Then I started hearing about all the opposition, all the theories and concerns. And it really made me think about it some more. And I understand the fears. If I felt a company was coming into my backyard, taking away my life and my property, I would be up in arms. So, what do I have to offer that hasn't already been said by the proponents of the project? The only thing I could give is my unique experience. Earlier on, you mentioned about Portsmouth, Rhode Island. I had the opportunity to live out there in 2008 and 2009. This turbine you mentioned earlier, I got to go up to it, I got to literally sit underneath it many times. While I was there were people walking their dogs, there were families sitting out in the field. I also want to make clear, as you already said, this is located in the middle of a residential neighborhood. House is much closer than the setbacks proposed for this project. It's also on public high school grounds. So what I'm trying to say is I think a lot of these fears are unjustified. It's not speculation. I mean, it exists. It's there now. I know a lot of people mention the Falmouth, Massachusetts turbines being excessively loud. From what I've read, I have not seen them personally. I know from what I've read, it's outdated technology, and looking at those as compared to this, would be the same as comparing apples and oranges. Go out to Rhode Island, see it, see some of the modern stuff. So in conclusion, I just want to say I support this project as a resident. I think it's a great idea for all the benefits such as tax revenue, preserving the 60-plus acres of land, and everything else that's already been stated tonight. I appreciate your time.
I'm Katie Dury, D-R-E-W-R-Y, of 12 Highland Drive.
Yeah, great, thank you.
I'm here tonight to express my belief that clean, green, renewable wind energy can benefit us all. I heard about the proposal for wind prospects about a year ago, but it wasn't until a few months ago that I began to take an interest in the idea of wind power. I was assigned a project for school in which I had to choose a local issue or event and put together a presentation about the positive or negative effects of it. So I began looking into wind prospects. Through my research, I have learned lots of information about the many benefits of wind energy. Along with the many benefits, I also heard many myths about the negative effects of wind turbines. But with some more research, I heard about these shocking myths about wind turbines were just that, myths. All forms of energy come with some negative side effects. The world is an imperfect place. We have to expand our horizons and look to the future of clean, renewable energy. I feel as if I represent the next generation of Americans who recognize the need for green energy. At some point, we're going to have to take that step into using other sources of energy. So why not take that step now with wind prospects? I feel that the many benefits of wind prospects outweigh the negatives. Wind energy and prospects will reduce carbon emissions, produce no pollution, and use no water. Wind prospect will also provide our area with its own reliable, clean energy source. If we really want to make prospects a better place, we need to say yes to clean, green, renewable energy, and we need to say yes to wind prospects. Thank you.